if you can't get your photograph right, it's pretty difficult to get your policies right as well.
How do you drive this thing?
Who let Guido drive? Welcome to Guy News. We bring you the biggest news in the biggest way possible. We're going to go live now to the biggest event of the day, which was of course the launch of the big Tory Manifesto. Tory Bear is there now. What's it like there, Tory Bear?
Well, I just can't get over it. It's a very, very big event. The whole thing is huge. As I'm sure you can see from the footage from the Guy-copter there, this is big. And I wasn't the only one that thought so.
David Cameron's great big...
The big society.
It's just been too big. It's basically been too big. All the ideas that
It's a big government.
A big idea.
This big opening up.
Political editor Adam Bolton's just arrived as well. Quite an impressive sight here, Adam, isn't it?
The biggest call to arms.
It is a super good manifesto. It's the first of its kind in Britain.
You're live on Guy News now, Tory Bear. What's the atmosphere like?
It's, there's a real sense of anticipation here. Something has to happen soon. No one quite knows when Dave will arrive, but word is he's coming soon.
Launch is imminent.
Certainly is, Dermot. No doubt Mr Cameron won't be far behind. And I believe he may be joining us very shortly indeed. Just a pause in the music. I was just wondering whether that was going to be the leader, but it won't be. And he's talking about national insurance. We're just sort of at that stage where we either go to a commercial break and then we have to crash out of it as soon as Mr Osborne arrives, or we take the risk. Should we? Why don't we? Stay with us. We'll be here in a moment.
Here at Guy News, we always appreciate the odd freebie, and this election they've been particularly good. We started out with the David Cameron bottle opener with matching Boris beer mats, and of course we have the real election crisps. These are apparently a very sophisticated polling method. Google real election to find out what that's about. We've got the Gordon Brown post-it note holder from Metalbox, and of course, you've seen them all from Guido already, the Gordon Brown and David Cameron Lou Rolls. Next up, if you're really bored, why not get hold of one of the last copies of the big red book of New Labour sleaze?
We can say, fire up the power station, it's time for change.
We were surprised here in the Guy studio just how well David Cameron did. No mention, of course, of media regulation and Ofcom in the manifesto, but never mind. How did it go for you, Tory Bear?
That was it, the big speech. And I can't believe how many shadow cabinet members there were in one room and not one gaffe. Look how unscripted it was. They're all out to express their own views in their own special way.
So please accept this invitation.
So please accept this invitation.
Accept this invitation.
So please accept this invitation.
So please accept this invitation.
So please accept this invitation.
And there we have it now. As David Cameron leaves, we can bring you a Guy News exclusive. We have for you the first footage of David Cameron's tiny little midget army.
What are those people doing there? Are they following him, Tory Bear?
We're not quite sure, but we have reason to believe that that is the first footage of the Great Ignored.
They look like an army of minions. I mean, they're really trailing him. And what we've heard actually here in the Guy News studio is that the rule is in CCHQ, no one's head is allowed to be above the leaders at any time. Well, that's David Cameron leaving that press conference is wrapping up, and Guy News will be with you later to bring you more updates throughout the day in this, your Election HQ.